Everyone, welcome to healingals.org Sunday Community Meetings. I'm Scott Douglas, founder, along with Patricia Tomowski, and we're here to talk about ALS, and we're talking about things that are not discussed in the regular allopathic world with ALS. We're here to open up what we have found through our personal research and to share that research with others, along with sharing information with holistic practitioners and others that are integrative, that have been able to see the results of what's been happening with ALS. Also, we have many different guests with us that are pals, that some are ALS reversals in progress, others are actually ALS reversals. Okay, and we have taken many pictures before and after. A lot of the reversals, just like Lisa, who's come and joined me to go hiking in Utah, that she's back, she kicks her feet in the air, no more drop foot, and it's just joy. It is joy. And that's a part of what we want to share with you, is the joy of not only stopping the progression of this disease, but reversing the symptoms of this disease. Okay? And so those of you who cannot verbalize during the question and A, please write in the chat, and we'll try to get to as many questions as we can in the chat. If we can't get to those questions, please join the Q&A sessions on Monday. There's a Lisa and Kay Q&A session and a Dr. Cowden's advanced Q&A session. You do have to register for the advanced Q&A session. Okay? Hey, we're here out of the love of our hearts. We do the best we can to help share what we have with you. So Tish, I'm going to let you go ahead and let folks know about the registry, let folks know where they can actually join and get more information digitally on their own home computers. Go right ahead.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Scott. So we're really looking forward to Freddie's position today. And Scott already gave the introduction. We're here just as not as medical professionals, just simply as people who are educated and working on educating you based on what we've learned through meeting a whole bunch of you and a whole bunch of reversals. So Scott, usually I think you kind of went over this already, right, Scott?
Yes, but I did not say 60% mindfulness and mental and 40% physical, what you're doing with your regular supplements and your regular regimental therapies. Okay.
Fantastic. So just if you're new to Healing ALS, click on the Start Here button. That will get you started. If you're experienced, please come Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. And we have a free 47 Steps to Healing course, which, we do it. And why do we do it? Because it improves outcomes. It's that simple. We're finding out from the registry that what you're doing is working. And we've always known it, but now from the registry, we're finding out even more. So the registry is essential. You guys are beating the people that are taking action, not just listening, but actually taking action in small baby steps. You don't need to do everything, and you need to just slowly but surely, as you can integrate the things that resonate with you into your protocol, we are finding out that what you're doing is working. So please help all pals by going to alsregistry.org, by putting your information and sharing. Because if we can get 500 or 1,000 pals in this registry, and we want both people who are not following anything and like not doing anything special, and we want people that are really working towards healing, to put your data in, because we are going to teach neurologists. These neurologists are going to learn from you guys, and you can change the future of ALS for everybody. I'm just asking you, just imagine if all of the researchers and all of the neurologists were working on holistic protocols for ALS and researching those, because we know they work, but the neurologists and the ALS researchers don't. Okay. If you're not on it, please email photos and anything you want. But if you're not on your mailing list, please just send an email to Healing ALS. If you're not, you're supposed to go to healingals.org and go straight there. We do need funds to run Healing ALS, so it's just very important to please click on the donate button. We do have a November 23 fundraiser. So you get to buy a t-shirt So remember, we voted on the Healing ALS in Progress shirts. You have to donate by November 30th. So please send an email to friends and family. Hey, there's this really cool, go to healingals.org. They can click the donate button. There's a little letter in the newsletter that they can click on the fundraiser button. And so please send them, your friends and family, an email and say, hey, we'd love you to support this organization. So that would be fantastic. Let me see, you just click on the donate button and it shows you a fundraiser. It's very easy. Okay, our schedule this week is Feeding Tube, Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. And just so you all know, we've got optional meetings each week. Oh, I forgot. Thursday, there will be no meeting. So because it's Thanksgiving. So, and then the following Monday, there will be no meeting. So just so you know, but there will be a Feeding Tube meeting this Thursday. So just so everybody knows, and please make sure you come, Feeding Tube breathing assistance. I'm going to go back, and we lost just a phenomenal pal this week. So I just want to honor her, Angela Cameron. She was only 45 years old when she passed away. And everybody's been asking, how did she pass? First of all, she didn't find us until she was very, very well on in her disease. So I think that's very important. And I want to really honor her because she was just such a beautiful person. She was extremely active in the Healing ALS group. So those of you who are on the Healing ALS WhatsApp group, you know how active she was. And you know, she always had a great attitude. She just did, there was so much she did. And she just always positive, full of hope, always caring about other people. And we just loved her as a person. And we were honored to meet her in person about a year ago at the end of 2022. She's lived in several countries. And what happened, I mean, she asked, we asked her what she thought of how she started. It started out with a tick bite. So remember, about 90% of people with ALS also have Lyme. And this health system in the UK and Scotland did not treat her. And she said, wait a minute, I've got a bullseye rash. I should be treated. They did not treat her. She did not know better. And so just to let you know that was kind of the start of her symptoms. There was also mold in her home. And there are we know about 5 others in her immediate area who had ALS. So it's not a big town she's not a huge city that she lives in. And to have 5 others in a fairly close vicinity that we know about, that there were a lot of things going on in that town as well. So, but she was improving, and over the last 6 months, and we did, Derek Swinard went to her funeral, which was fantastic. Derek was diagnosed in 1997, and he lives, only about an hour from her. So he did go to the funeral and he spoke to her husband, but basically, she recently got a cold, and that seemed to spiral a bunch of other things at the same time. So, people are saying, well, what happened? And that's basically what happened. She didn't have a whole lot of, she's working on improving her immune system, but when you're well into it, it's always a fight. So I don't want to dwell on that. I really want to dwell on what a great person she was. And sometimes God has other plans for us. And any of us can heal at any time. So, can heal anytime and go at any time. So we know that Angela right now is very, very happy. And I'm just going to stop my share for just a second. And we're just going to stop for about 30 seconds and say thank you.
Yes, she will be deeply
Okay.
missed. And I will definitely miss her sense of humor. And she just such a bubbling, wonderful personality. And she did stay positive very good, positive days with her, and the time we spent with her was precious. She'll be deeply missed.
Okay. So, okay, Freddie, I want to just say something about Freddie, because we just, one of the things that we love about the Healing ALS community is you guys. And Freddie is an example of one of the many, many great people. And I shouldn't say pals, just people that we are honored to have met. Pals, CALs, medical professionals, just really everybody. He's just one of the, and we love him. And he's been a volunteer for ALS. He's been a resource for veterans. He's a strong supporter of ALS, and we so appreciate what he's given to ALS. And he was diagnosed with ALS in 2015, and he's going to share his story from here. So I just wanted to say thank you, Freddie, for sharing your story. And I'm going to get Freddie's slides out.
We're just so honored to have you, Freddie. And I saw the pictures of you when you walked up on the wing of the aircraft without any assistance. When you walked up on the plane, I was like, wait a minute here. This is the gentleman we had dinner with who was sliding his feet and took a long time just to get to the restroom. And now you're walking wings on an aircraft. I was like, whoa, my mind just poof. And so this is important. So it's important to let pals know what you've been doing, and the battles that you've gone through too. I mean, you give us the good and give us the bad. I mean, we
Yeah.
and how you work through it. I think that's very important. I see Don is on too. That's great. Don, I gave you a little message in the chat there, Don. Just and I don't know if you got a chance to see that or not, but just wanted to ask, how was your experience in Las Vegas at the clinic there? So that's just basically what I just asked you in a short text. There's been several pals going down there. And Freddie, how was your experience when you went down to Las Vegas at the clinic down there? What was your experience?
That was great. I've been there about 5 times.
Five now.
Go back and 27 this month, end of the month. I want to go about every 2-3 weeks.
Wow. Okay. Now, each time that you went there, were you physically able to feel the difference when you left? And when you got home, did it maintain, or did you feel it, kind of subside?
Each time I go, I felt better. Overall, I think I'm improving. Nothing specific I can point to. Overall health, I think, is going to take a while, but each time I'm improving. I think it's total health, and I'm building it up.
Well, that's important to know, though, that these therapies do take time. You can't expect, a miracle day one, but miracles do happen. Let me tell you, they do happen. So I'm just so glad about that. And, I mean, Tish and I, we pray for you all, and we just hope the best for everyone.
So, Freddie, why don't you start?
Yeah. First of all, Angela was an amazing person. I love her. Incredible, always positive, always encouraging, always researching. She did more research than I did, even for her disabilities. Always on the computer, always had something to offer. Absolutely amazing. She inspired me in so many ways.
Yes.
Thank you, Freddie. So, go ahead, Freddie.
Every day is a good day. Anyone who knows me, that's how I agree. Every day is a good day.
Okay. So I think it's fascinating that 90% of illness, and I've read Harvard did 95%. So either way, 95% of illness is stress related. So I think that's a really important piece of it. Go ahead, Freddie.
I had a lot of exposure, and I was a pilot in the Marine Corps, later flying for flying tankers. I flew gunships, I flew Phantom, and flying tankers, starting with DC-8, DC-10, 747, a lot of trips around the world, carry a lot of hazardous material. I think they all contribute to weak my system.
Absolutely.
One time I did a lot of real estate, a lot of business. I love business. And I really felt blessed my whole life. I know I've been blessed. So in 2008, I retired early and could have flown another 5 years. But I felt that because I had been blessed, I needed to give to other people. So I retired and moved to Jamaica. The money, our worship center, that was a property there. And we felt like God had called us to work with people, especially youth. We found a Boss Foundation, a youth empowerment program. So our goal was to carry that youth foundation to Jamaica, also involved with a worship center. They found an incredibly piece of property that is owned by the private prime minister of Jamaica. And Bob was to sell as a combination resort and property. And we bought that. So
Yeah, well, Freddie never does anything halfway. He's always going, good for you, Freddie. Okay. All right.
well, we became very close with we invested money in uh, a company called 4X, which was trading foreign exchange. And we invested all our cash up our retirement, plus the money we had made through the exchange. I talked about $60 million. I lost it all. And ended up being a positive scheme. So, as a big thing, we ended up losing all our money, had $200 in college, plus was born to other people. So that was a lot of trauma, a lot of stress.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I think this is really important because, you know, here he is. You had a huge amount of stress in 2010. And, you know, I love the fact that you were down at the bottom and you healed. So it's just huge.
So a period of time of holding this, and I felt like everything wasn't working out. My wife was a big thing. She kept saying all things will work together for good. That was the thing that sustained me during that period of time.
You came out of a deep hopelessness.
Yeah. My wife continued to pray and support me. And I felt in a lot of depression. And I had nowhere to turn but for God. I did that period of time. I saw God just meeting my every need. And it's the favor of God that brought me through that time. Ended up at daughter's school, and all the bills were paid at that point in time. So I knew it was God. At age 65, I was running 3 miles 3 or 4 times a week, from the open ocean to go snorkeling from way all the way up. And I noticed an awakening. The first time they had was a low energy. Wasn't much fun to run. My wife had a big tennis player, and she blossomed and athletic. I couldn't do anything. And then I noticed atrophy on my left hand, a lot of muscle cramping for a year, had a sore throat.
Yeah, this is a really big issue, the sore throat thing. Just to understand, that's a sign of the immune system going down. If you have a sore throat and you've got some, and the immune system is not able to fight it.
And then almost 2 years of wondering what was going on, I finally diagnosed at John Hopkins. And from that point, I studied from 2015 until 2020. I did in 2016. I discovered I did a lot of research and found the air protocol. Also, a lot of books by people about alternative medicine. I started adaptive protocol. I changed my diet. I eating no meat, no dairy, and taking 6 tablespoons of coconut oil a day. Within the month, I didn't need a walker. The first change I saw, they reversed my symptoms. I changed my diet and taking the coconut oil. And the air protocol, I never bought it directly from them. I got the ingredients from it. I bought the ingredients, those that makes at home.
That's fantastic, Freddie. One thing I want to point out on that other last slide was the fact that those were not teaspoons. You said 6 tablespoons of coconut oil. That's a lot of coconut oil. It reminds me of Butch Macklin when he used to take a lot of coconut oil also. Does make a difference. Those medium chain triglycerides make a difference. It's basically brain food for the neurons. So that's something to emphasize. Go right ahead. I don't want to slow you down.
Definitely, coconut oil has been key. I've taken up to 10 tablespoons, and it helped. I know that in my mind. Also, I started my arms and legs. A lot of developed salt in my arms and legs, so my nervous system, a lot of pain, incredible pain, straightening the muscle cramps. One point I could not turn over in bed. I was the worst being in bed and not being able to turn over. I can lift my arms above my shoulders, but my arms extended. Try to shave, brush my teeth, all that was very difficult. But no way if I tried my arms, I could lift above my shoulders. My toes, I can move my toes, and also had trouble breathing. Another big thing happened a lot was not being almost my throat was locked up. I could not breathe. The first time I did, I panicked. I thought I was going to die. I realized I could relax and open my throat again. That still happens to this day. Sometimes I cannot breathe. I have to just relax and let my throat relax and I can breathe again.
Ooh. Yeah.
I talking no way in like as various versions on the phone could not use a phone at all. They would hang up on me. When I talked to people, they would just nod, and I knew they didn't have any idea what I was saying. That was very difficult. I started using my phone to communicate because I could not communicate with anyone verbally.
And I noticed you have drooling along with the tripping and falling. And you said, why are you saying you follow bad advice not to exercise? Because a while back we used to say that it was bad to exercise. But why did you say that? And what made you change from that advice?
All the doctors at that time said do not exercise. And through the entire 4-year period, I didn't exercise. I didn't do anything strenuous. I relaxed and tried to conserve my energy the whole time I'm going downhill. I saw all my muscles atrophy. My left shoulder especially. I lost a lot of muscle in my left shoulder. My legs, especially my shoulder, it was caved in. I lost the retirement. Only income was Social Security, and we had some vacation rentals we owned. You use those to support our youth foundation. At that time, we still maintained the youth foundation. In fact, it was doing pretty good. We were training a lot of kids. That was a high point, was working with the kids and seeing the transformation there. But in 2020, COVID hit. The only thing you had left at the time was Social Security. It shut down all tourism to Jamaica. And June of 2020, we're getting desperate, had no income, and I know I tried everything, and I had no idea that VA would help me, but I think I'm middle of trying. My brother said apply, I applied, and right away I discovered that I couldn't have gotten back from the time I diagnosed, be able to pay me the disability. So for 4 years, I had suffered because of lack of knowledge, and I applied for Social Security, VA, and within the month, I never think I've been moving that fast. I had my first check.
That's important. And those waiting to get a diagnosis, it's good to go ahead, get the diagnosis so you can have the benefits. And like you were saying, lack of knowledge, not having those benefits, it makes a difference to have the benefits to help support you in your journey. It's so important. Okay.
Most vets don't realize when you get out that you have any benefits at all. You go about your life. I didn't think about the military. Definitely not for healthcare. I had no idea that there was such a thing as preemptive diseases that be able to pay for. Even though you didn't have me got I beg them on my heart right now. A lot is to make it better aware. People that are resources that you can use, especially ALS, that and need it. I want to really make veteran aware of those benefits.
Yeah.
And I cannot think Texas got literally saved my life. I was downhill all the way. vitamin them, and that was the thing that turned me around. Was a lot of modalities, find out about leap and those kind of things. I know that those are things that sustain me.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Oh, wait a minute, sorry. There you go.
This good prayer. I said everything depends on God and work like everything depends on you. That's very true. You, you know God's here, but you have to do the work yourself. You have to research and to try things. And it's up to you to put forth the effort. The first step of self are as a guide, all the holes in the boat, and cover all the holes. A lot of us have a lot of different things in our system that tearing our system down. For example, steps go through all the different things, and we're all different, and what works for one would not work for another. So it's very comprehensive. That's why it works. It really does. I view health from a system approach that your body is composed of a lot of systems, and all the systems work together. Detox is a big thing. You gotta get the bad stuff out. You gotta get the good stuff in, all the nutrients. A lot of times you may eat food, but it's not absorbing the system. So yeah, I have to address those issues. Yeah, mitochondria do all the work in the system. So you got to strengthen mitochondria. Then there's the mind. Thing is, all this is a interconnection. They work for one another. If the mitochondria is not working, you can't absorb your food. Have metals, it cannot absorb your food. All these things are interconnected. And the mind is, like I said earlier, 60% mental, 40% physical. So the mind is a big part of they determine your overall health. As the parents in they yeah, has to be in a state to heal. If you're stressed out and flight, you gotta heal.
Okay.
It's important to have a positive attitude, and at this time I have a disclaimer. I'm not here to promote any religion, any belief. My intention is to share with you guys exactly what happened in my life, what my journey is. And at certain times in the presentation, I refer things as the favor of God. Time in my life I know it was God and have to give him credit. That's why I do it. Not to convince anyone about religion, but just tell you what my experience has been. I believe in technology. I think technology is great. Number one, it doesn't put a load on the liver. And a lot of things technology wise are expensive. So I try to give you some things that I did to be able to afford the equipment and a lot of bad things used. But the most amazing thing to me And my seeking equipment has been the people. And people have helped me. I, I go through the items that I bought, and the price I got them was way less than what you pay bills on. I buy a lot of things on Facebook Marketplace, on eBay. Then we'll go to different things. One thing I do is ozone back to inflation. It's the best way to go, the most expensive way to get ozone. Ozone is very beneficial. It gets oxygen in the system. Easy to do. I was intimidated first. Once I do it, it's very easy.
Yes, Freddie, one thing I'd like to mention that you had mentioned to me back then when you were doing it, you said you kind of stared at that equipment for a while before you use it.
Oh, that was a
And you
different
said-
one, Scott.
Oh,
That was the coffee enemas.
oh, the
Although how
coffee
did
enemas,
you
the
stare at
coffee
them? Oh,
enemas.
yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
coffee enemas. Okay, there you go.
The right machine has a good system. I use it almost every day. It's good for different protocols. It's very easy to use. Problem with it, I get right is expensive. And that's why I bought a new because I'm concerned about tech support. And also, it requires a lot of expertise as to what figures is run. So overall, I don't really recommend it unless you're a technical person and spend a lot of time researching figures. The environment, I recently got the environment, and the environment, new price of $18.50. I found it on eBay. It's also the $1,200. I told him, email him, tell him about LS. He lowered the price to $900. I bought it at $900. That's the half of what retail. That's amazing to me. I want a red light. I want to get rid of red light. I went on Facebook Marketplace. I found one of the airtime and a new price of $3,500. Had advertised for $2,000. I contacted her, told her about LS. She said, look, I'll be giving it to you free. But you have to come pick it up. I have to make sure you're legit. She lived almost 300 miles from my home in Kansas City. I drove 300 miles out Illinois and picked up and brought it back, and it's been great.
I love that you drove 300 miles to get this. That's great.
Oh, yeah. Red light, twice a day I do it. What nice about it, and even at night, I wake up at night, I turn it on and go right back to sleep. It's the best setup I have for sleeping, the red light. It calms the system.
Calms the system. Okay.
And one quick question on the red light therapy, Freddie. You keep those red lights up by your head on the bed, is that correct? Or do you move them around all over?
That's the side. So I live on my side.
On the side.
As long as the bed. So I have two fellows. And I lay down next to them. So from my head to my feet, I do my side, or over there outside.
Great.
Most time I go sleep before I even can do once I'm sleeping. And in midnight or wake up at night, I do it all the time.
Okay. Thanks, Freddie.
I dare got one. I like the technology. I think it works. I don't do as much as I should. That one thing I bought on eBay, new ones, 380. I got for 250.
Yeah, and he did a proof of purchase just to make sure it was a real one. I think that's really important. He wanted it got, he made sure that it was an
You gotta
actual,
get receipt.
it wasn't a knockoff, it was a real one. Okay.
You got to, definitely. I book for that. I own a number of these over the years, and I had questions about it. And I did a foot detox for surgical, but it's a lot of work to do it. When one started researching, he felt effective. I learned a number of other people and tried to try again. This time, I realized how it worked, and it definitely it does detox. If you do a detox, the first time you get a lot of material, do it again and nothing. So it's actually working. Those or foot detox, a lot of different causes, and some are over $1,000. But talking to experts, even Dr. Conran, and the basically the size is the same. Laser business system do the same thing. Fair matter, the thing for ALS is amazing. Start exercising, allow you to do all the muscle in the body. Go on YouTube, look at the Fair Rider. That's amazing. Once again, about on marketplace, $75. There are always people selling these to get rid of them. I got a 75.
75.
Well, that's how I first when I bought Martin, I think around $1,000. And so when I used that, I didn't use it anymore. They on had high burger again. I decided to try the Finicam. I tried it and it worked. I got high burger again. And I just discovered in August or Sunday. I started thinking again for Finicam. And it's working now. I buy it a wholesale. Anyone wants to buy it, I started I cost.
Now, doesn't the Chinese version call it imiramide?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Everyone now calling Merrimack.
Okay.
As a Facebook group, the one they the people test it every month in the club. Someone tests it, make sure it's running.
Right, and understand that the Chinese knockoff is not the real thing, but apparently it's getting closer to the real thing, and so it's not as effective as the real thing, but on the other hand, it is all we have at the moment.
Yeah,
We cannot get the real thing.
it's not as fine. You look at it, it's different, but it seems more.
Mhm.
I love the coffee enema. Like I say, you know, you get old and sick. We high for you a day and taking enema and taking nap. Enema for me, I've always had trouble. Once a day is the maximum. And then take all the guesswork out of it and know when you're going to do it. And when you do it, you feel good. You know it's working. One my biggest find this year has been the coffee enema. I love it.
That's great. Next slide.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the one, Scott, where he looked at it for quite a while.
Yes.
I think at least 2 weeks, probably a month. I had everything, but I was afraid to do it. I do it laying down like a lot of people on a total wherever. I found that the best way to do it, lay on exercise mat and do the amber, laying down, do the sheet machine at the same time. So it does the lymph system. Plus, I think it activates a lot of the coffee. So you get incredible results. Always get good results.
Yeah, so guys, you'll notice there's a common theme here. Freddie is actually doing things. He's trying different things, and then he's keeping the things that he thinks are a good idea and that seem to be working.
He was great. It is expensive, but you do it yourself. On YouTube and show you how to make a system. That's the phone else. I was able to get a system that works perfect.
Mhm.
My voice, a lot of what I improved my voice was a Amazon Echo. And people get frustrated when trying to talk, and you get frustrated. And when Echo, she says something sometimes she got upset, but she's machine. So I just keep trying until I get my enunciation right. That's a great way to practice your speaking, and it really helps me. And this has been my greatest buy ever. That scooter has it gave me freedom to go and do what I want to do and to travel and so forth. The scooter itself, almost $3,000. The scooter in California on eBay.
Wow.
And I contacted the owner to see if he would ship it for me. But the big thing, in a small town, and he had it for a big up morning. So I had to have to ship it to me. And a dead battery, people want to buy it because the battery's dead. And the battery cost $1,000. I bought it and ship it to me. YouTube and fix the battery. Almost $3,000 machine. I got $335.
Important with the scooter.
one thing I did a lot of trouble. I went to conference with a scooter, and I removed up independent. I need anyone in the airport. I go through uh, security, take account of security, immigration, anything. And it weighs 40 pounds. You put it overhead, nobody, and put it on the airplane. So I got on up, and they put it on the airplane. I folded up and put it on the airplane. The worst thing about driving is wheelchairs. They will leave you in the airport. Yeah, or shift change. You try to connect flights and no one's there to move you one flight to another. And that's bypass that. The one thing when I'm driving, I always use a 3M. The best mask is the 3M mask. I make sure I wear an N95 mask. You want to wear it from the terminal in the airplane. Once the plane starts flying, that system constantly recycle. Before landing, once again, you gotta put the mask on at least to get it off the airplane. When plane lands, it depressurizes. So you have to make sure you have it on that you get it off the airplane.
Now, Freddie, I know they assist you going from, door to the actual gate, but you say that that scooter is in an overhead bin. Do they follow you all the way through and help you put it in the overhead bin? Or is that the stewardess that help you put that in the overhead bin?
And normally, and then go in bin, go on the airplane. Before I got on the plane, I fold up, and they take the scooter. I walk in the airplane.
Okay, so they gate check it then.
Exactly.
Okay,
Okay.
that's different.
They're
Okay.
doing a gate check on it. So that's really nice because you don't have to bother with the help having to wait forever for the wheelchair person to help you on. But just to let you know, for those of you who do not have a scooter, they do get you on and off the airport with a wheelchair from the ticket area. They will help you. They go all the way into your seat, and then they help you off the plane back over to baggage claim. So just to let you know, you do, it's a free service that all airlines have to follow. And they do that, if anybody who cannot walk, you have the right to ask for a wheelchair, and it is free. The only thing I would notice right here is just, in general, the people that have had vaccinations, I think Freddie was very lucky. He did not have a negative reaction to the vaccine, but many, many pals have had and their symptoms have gotten significantly worse with vaccination. So that's the only thing that I would warn people of, that they can get significantly worse with that. So just a little warning. Oh, how come this isn't? There we go.
Right. They sure enough, what happens? People want to get around. Nobody, Medicare, someone pays for them. So they get ready to move, whatever. Then they want to get around very cheap. I bought mine on eBay, $380. I saw it myself one day. That's a day. If you need it, I sure left go to Facebook Marketplace for best. And guess when it started for you? But it's not expensive. You cannot go to the company. Some people want to charge a lot of money. there's always someone who want to get rid of it.
Yeah, and a lot of times Medicare will pay for this, by the way.
There's
So-
one time they'll pay one time if we move or something and leave it, they don't want to do it again.
Right, they'll only do it one time. Perfect, thank you.
Yeah. Also, some I need a ramp for my house. My wife, she hates ramps in front yard. I look bad and expensive to install. Instead of a ramp, I use a lift like you see behind the car. I mean, once again, people want to get rid of things. Pay $4 for lift. About five and I started. And I live very expensive and no ramp.
Okay, fantastic.
The high tech, I needed one. I went to eBay and found one in New York, and I I got them there at a regular price over $2,000. It was 6 months old. She had it for $700. I called her and see about shipping on my account. And she said that she could deliver it the same day in Kansas City. I wondered how I get it there. I think it was scam. At 5 o'clock in the evening, she put it in front of my house with the high tech, a lot of filters, actually, but everything there that would be got. That Friday before she had moved to Kansas City the Friday before. It was a Tuesday. That Friday she moved to Kansas City, less than a mile from my house, from New York, to bring me high tech. That went off. No shipping, nothing.
Did you say 1 mile from your house?
No.
They
But less than 10 miles, definitely.
less than 10. Oh my goodness.
Same area, same zip code and everything. That's big, but I want to say that's God.
Yes.
That's,
Freddie, what a great story, Freddie. That's fantastic.
There's another great story. My prior bike with me for MES. Have a bike is incredible. It's like running. It's like it's amazing. I love riding a bike, and I had a couple of bikes. First one, I paid 15,000 for it. Well, it's $15,000 bike. I bought it for 7,000, and found this guy wasn't the proper bike I needed. I sold that bike for $10,000, and I needed to buy another bike. I really wanted. I can't track them on this incredible bike. All these bikes are electrical assist, so you can pay, you can follow the bike or you can use the motor either one. And with the first bike I had, you couldn't follow it, only electric motor. So this the bike I wanted to get exercise, not just ride. So I wanted to contract them on. The price of $8,000. Everyone was back. I found one on Craigslist in an hour. Contacted the owners, and it turned out I told them, hey, yes, explained to me that there is her father's bike. He had MS. He had MS. He loved that bike. He's really like a family member. And they wanted to have him go home for the bike. They sold me the bike for $3,200. $8,000 bike. They're over $5,000 all day long. So $3,200. Once again, the faith of God. And he was a believer and when someone that take out the bike and would love it. It's a deal that every vet, I want two things the vet should know. Number one, I mentioned earlier about being able to get your condition covered for the VA. Number two, the VA is good, but a lot of things they do, they don't really take care of the vets. They give you 2 grants for disability. 1 grant is about $7,000. The other grant is $117. First, about had VA say a contract job. The guy looked at my house. He said it's going to cost $123,000. That's $17,000 or 17 plus more money to my house.
Wow, that's incredible information, Freddie. That's incredible that they will let you apply that 117 to reducing your mortgage. Whoa.
They don't tell you at 117 can go your mortgage. And contractors are all hooked up with the VA. And they pay on VA more money. They advertise on TV, big advertisement. They will charge you the whole thing. And they're gonna give me a complete kitchen, big bath, all that. Come and do it and get all your money. You don't have to do it. Only certain requirements and the balance of the money goes toward your mortgage. Yeah.
Thank you, Freddie, for sharing that. That's so important.
And scientists in August and present, I want to share with someone, people, what an experience with scientists been like. It's expensive, but it's good. Anything you do is going to be expensive. And medicine nowadays is going to be expensive. You got to pay. But she has a lazy improvement. She understands how to use equipment together. And she's very loving and caring. That's why I go back over and over again. My whole philosophy is anything I do to improve my health matters. So anything I find that would help, I do it. It may not be address the issues I'm facing because of the system. I never assume some other system it will contribute my total health. I do everything I can.
Okay. Yeah, and if anybody wants information about the clinic, send an email to healingals@gmail.com and we'll send you a brochure of the clinic. And the only thing that's in the letter there that we ask is that you do not share about the clinic on social media. It's just a precaution to make sure that this clinic stays open because they usually come up with crazy ideas to shut people down who are actually getting results. So.
But I do want to say that it's okay to share it in our WhatsApp group.
Privately, yes.
Our group, we can share it among ourselves with our group, yes.
Yes, in a private WhatsApp group, but not on, please not on Facebook or any public social media at all. So this is just, these are some of the things that are at Sandy's clinic, these next few slides.
The ozone on a lot of people. I try to do ozone sauna in the home. It's very dangerous to do at home. Ozone itself is dangerous. If you breathe it, you can mess up your lungs.
Right. So it's very important for those of you who are doing ozone saunas at home, you want to do it near an open window, and you have to have a fan going in. So it's got to be sealed. You've got to have a seal around the neck on the ozone, the home saunas, and you want to make sure there's a fan going the other way. So a lot of people, a lot of pals have used ozone saunas at home with their head sticking out, and there's a towel sealing it in there as well as a fan, because you do not want to breathe ozone. So that's just very important precaution. Okay. And Sandy's is actually very powerful because it's a steam sauna mixed with ozone. Okay.
I see ozone. It's very good. This is good. I don't think it's somewhere really deep, but it improves the house. Depending on your condition.
Okay.
Body activator. They're fantastic. A lot of people, I think I haven't had this great improvement. I see other people walking, being carried, and this machine that seems to be most effective. A lot of them, when they're weak, can move things that have moved in years. So this machine is very powerful. A therapy affects the brain. I think it's very good. Like I say, I've seen the size of Heineken, and their studies are good. I think it works. I can't say for sure, but it's good therapy. Being off and not only wave. What's good about Sandy? She combines different things. You don't get just one. Get a number of things at the same time. Being off is very good. I strongly believe in being off.
Yeah, and Sandy's a continuing experiment with stacking. And just to let you know, she charges $60 for 30 minutes on a device, but she doesn't charge, like when she stacks the treatments like this is, she's getting NanoV, PEMF, and wave therapy. She still only charges $160, even though you're getting 3 treatments. She does it by time that it takes. So that's why it's and by the way, Sandy's clinic is about a quarter the price of like the other clinics that we've looked into. She's a lot less expensive.
The thing that I done for them to gotten into liver. Each time I got a lot out, I needed very effective, expensive, but again.
Okay, thank you.
What do you, that's a big question. Any expert will tell you different things. Most people got trained. I get gluten, I get a different things. Eggs, oh, it's very confusing what they eat. Fibers off. Was using the Cocoa Plus test. You go on YouTube, allows you to see how food is affecting your body, and not full food, but it's the best test I've found.
Yeah, anybody who is not doing the Coca Pulse test, please learn how to do it. It's on YouTube. Dr. Cowden has also explained it many times. This Coca Pulse test is very important. It's pulse, by the way, not plus, but it's really important to do that. Okay, thank you, Freddie.
These are different things I use to detox. I'm sure most of you use the same thing, but there's a list of things that I use to detox.
And that celery drink is really good for your overall gut function. That really helps the ileocecal valve between the upper intestine and the lower intestine and all that. Celery drink is amazing.
That was, I normally eat before 8 in the morning. And by 8 in the morning, 8 and then I don't eat anything. I normally get it early, about 6. I do my leap. Later, I do breakfast or shake. And at 8 o'clock at night, I have a big meal. But I eat no meat, no grain, no gluten. Gluten, I try to avoid eating gluten. No sugar, no alcohol. Highly keto. Most of my diet, very highly keto. Wasn't greens. I do eat black cow salmon. For years, I never, I only started eating salmon last year. On the wild caught. And I feel much better eating salmon. Nuts and seeds, only do fruit in season. And wild berries. My favorite, a lot of sweet potato, broccoli, white kale, a lot of Brussels sprouts, and sauerkraut and cabbage. And my eggs, before I eat my eggs, I buy a rifle. I use a rifle machine. I get rid of viruses. The good thing about the rifle is it good at killing viruses. So I was series of frequencies. I run through the eggs before I eat them.
Okay, and you'll notice that everybody's different on diet, and that's why the Coca Pulse test is so important. Look at the difference between Freddie's diet and the fasting diet is completely different. So again, it's what works for you. And that's the most important thing, is come up with things that are working for you.
Some always changes some. There's a list here of things that I've used now, but always changing.
Yeah. Always change your supplements. And by the way, people ask us, are we still, we actually, if you go to healingals.org and you click on products, Leap to be Fit is 10% off with Healing ALS code. And the same thing with healandamil.com. Heal and a Meal is also, Heal is a very good, we are absolutely still, people have been getting good results with both of those products. So I'm just noticing that yours says Leap to be Fit. So, people are asking, are you still recommending it? Because we haven't mentioned it in a while. So yes, we are still recommending it. Okay.
Yeah,
And I would like to,
also it's fantastic.
I would like to add one more note on that Heal in a Meal. Some people had stopped taking the Heal in a Meal because of the rice content that was in the old formula. Heal in a Meal has a different formula now that's no longer in there, and he has a whole new label and everything. And those that had left the Heal in a Meal, I think this is a good opportunity to go back to it if you left due to the rice content.
Right, and it's just go check the new ingredients, and then he is shipping again. That was another thing. He wasn't able to ship, very limited shipping for the past year, but now They have stock, so just wanted to let you know. Okay, great.
Again, I know that I just got the exercise. I think it's very important. The bands are great. $15. All your body, you can talk with them. The favorite also. The back, the main exercise.
Okay, fantastic.
I thank God for ALS. It's brought a lot of changes. I don't like it, but I think I'm for it.
Okay, we found a lot of people that have voicemail said, actually got ALS brought a lot to their lives, a lot of enrichment to their lives, and they're better people. And a lot of times we find out that the family is actually better off, like, because as the person heals from ALS, you're basically learning all these things that benefit your entire family. So.
One of the things I flew a lot of great airplanes. I always wanted to fly World War II war first. And that was something they had us and enabled me to do.
Okay.
It's great.
This is my bucket vacation. And enjoy that. Had someone to give me a fair sum of money. And I gave her a part of it, and the rest, I think of my bucket vacation. And this whole thing has begun. On the plane going down now, we flew at 737 MAX on a plane, on a 78 passenger plane. We had 17 people on our plane. There were 7 flights in, almost like we had all flights in.
Wow, I'm impressed with it. It says in 5 years, you have broken your diet less than a dozen times. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
The main thing is, a lot of things I want to eat. And 2 things surprised me. Number one, I did not have an appetite for a lot of things. Like meat, no desire for meat. Dairy, no desire for dairy, except ice cream. I love ice cream. So I ate anything I want to eat, I ate it. And only, in fact, yeah, I was stiff. My body was stiff. I had no effect at all.
Okay. Fantastic. Good. So yeah, so you paid for it, but it was worth it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. And understand, guys, this is the exception to the rule. He's not doing this every week. He's done it less than 12 times in 5 years that he's, said, okay, I'm gonna take a break from my diet. So good for you.
It's a favorite one. It's a plane that won World War II, literally. And cargo airplane I always wanted to fly. And had opportunity to fly my ultimate dream. Favorite one with ALS. But ALS I would never fly it.
So you
Wow.
said you never would have flown it had it not been for ALS.
I like it.
Wow. Incredible.
Wow. A lot of people that don't know, that P-51 Mustang was basically like the staple of the war in World War II. I mean, just as much as we look at our staple foods, that was one of the staples that helped win the war in World War II.
And the problem was that fighter planes could go to Berlin, go inside Germany and so forth. All the bombers that losing. And so fact, up to 80% of the bombers were lost on a flight and causing no cover for fighters. And did allow them to go to Berlin. This is doing a loop.
Wow. Doing a loop. Look at that. Wow. Way to go, Freddie. Way to go.
That's bad.
Wow. Very impressive. Very impressive. So there's Freddie piloting this plane in September of 2023. Pretty cool. Really.
Environment, open cockpit, incredible.
Wow. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, okay. So now you've got another one booked in 2024.
40.
I paid $15,000 to get checked out. I talked to the owner of the operation, and he can give me to for a price of gas about $4,000. Had I been I never would have flown that plane.
Wow.
Wow. So living the dreams. Okay. Plans and goals for 2024.
I really want to help other people. So I started 501c, primarily to make people in aviation aware of threat ALS, to make guys aware that me were covered. I want to raise $1 million. Primarily to support healing ALS, one project in Jamaica, ALS Association, ALS Association, most of our strategic partnership have get advertisement to get support. That's why I'm partnered with them.
Love it, Freddie.
Also,
So good.
interview people who need help. Right now, I try to help anybody I can, but this ain't able to help a lot of other people out.
Fantastic.
Hey. Wow.
In order to get their awareness and to get the base of people to donate their minerals once a month, I better go to air shows. So many air shows have up to 700,000 people in marijuana. 700,000 people. A lot of people are people and military people and aviation people who are not aware of the and everywhere the benefits. So these are some things that I use as a boost or something to get attention.
Okay.
I would go and fly in the backseat of the Angels. If we get pressed by going to air shows, and she'd be able to make some awareness. And I think I'll be able to get the coverage.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Angel.
Fantastic. Great. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. And then, oh, this is pretty cool.
I would go in 79. I was in the first all-black group to fly coast to coast. Next year, I want to ride my track from there, Augustine, Florida. That's that deal. That's a fundraiser.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Once again, I'm not reversed. I have a lot of problems. My condition is 2022 and somewhere last year was far better than it is right now. So I'm not, I live at a good level of this. I made my little decline. I know I'm going to recover. And a lot, I know a lot is the parents being able to have the peace of mind. And for me, it comes through Christ. He showed me over and over again in bad things that in my bucket that trip didn't make it. Only God no way is made that.
Wow.
So it's God that gives Christ that gives me the, the life itself. I know it's Him. So I can only tell you my experience with Christ. I know what He's done in my life. My wife never lost hope. Always through no money, no job, nothing. My wife always said all things will work together for good. And they have. At 90 years old, she moved from Jamaica to fly there. At 18, she was bugging bottles in China. At that time, it was, life in prison was normal. And that's the kind of lady God that blessed me with. That's the favor of God. I didn't deserve it, that's for sure.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, that's the end. Thank you so much, Freddie, for your presentation. What a beautiful story. And this story is still in progress. Freddie has not completely healed from ALS, but guess what? He's going in the right direction and he's getting better and better. So I love that you shared his voice. When we met him, we could not understand anything that he said. And even those of you who couldn't understand everything today, believe me, compared to what it was like when we met him 3 years ago, there's no comparison. Thank you so much for presenting today, Freddie. He is getting better. He is on the way of improving. So our moderators, Sue and Heather, if you could unmute and let's start the Q&A. I see McFinn there. Nice to see you, McFinn. Another ALS council. Love it.
His blessing McFinn is incredible.
All right. Yes, that's right.
Incredible.
And Freddie, what a testament to your courage. I mean, I saw a little part of a documentary about people smuggling Bibles into China. I mean, there are people that are still in prison to this day from doing that and making that attempt. That says a lot about you and your wife and your courage and how you know how to battle. That's just amazing. It's just,
My wife, I was not in prison at the time. She was 18, doing that. I have no insight. All her and crazy her.
When I heard you were going to be on, Freddie, I knew I had to be here because last year we had such a good time in Salt Lake City and your energy is so inspiring. So I just wanted to come and say, brother, you're knocking them. Thank you.
Mac, man, I love you. I love you.
Absolutely. What an inspiring talk, Freddie. So thank you, first of all.
Thank you.
Tish, you were asking Don about actually, Scott, you were asking Don earlier, and that's one of the first things I want to read. Don said that one of the things he noticed besides the large amount of metals that he got out with the ozone sauna was he's not getting cold easily. So he used to get cold a lot, and now he's so that's a big difference. And in 1 week, and I know, Don, when we went out to hopefully it's okay. You said you could wash your hair, and that was a big thing too. But Don said he's at a bar and he can't talk right now. He's watching a football game with family. So
Oh,
uh,
now that you're saying that's after 1 week at Sandy's clinic. The
right,
hair,
right.
all that. So he's
Yep.
gaining in
And
functionality
his
that much in
temperature,
1 week.
some things happened where he doesn't get as cold as often. So he had noticed that in Vegas too, that he was not feeling as cold at night. And it does get down into the 40s at night, but it's much colder where Don and Brenda flew back to. They're up in Green Bay area, so that's
Ooh.
cold. But he doesn't get as
Yeah,
cold.
and
as
we
often.
are recommending now for the first visit that you stay 2 to 3 weeks because it makes such a difference. Just make the commitment and come ideally 3 weeks, but a minimum of 2 weeks. A lot of people that have booked 1 week said, boy, I wish I had just booked more because
Yeah.
they're really noticing and feeling a difference. So guys, give yourself the best chance you can. We have never run into a clinic like Sandy's that has been getting such good results for pals like I said, at about a quarter the price of other clinics that we know about. So it's really very impressive. Nobody seems to be doing what she's doing. And what I like about it is she's using the body's intuition to heal itself. She's oxygenating the cells. She's improving the circulation. She's actually physically getting toxins out. She's improving the lymphatic. And obviously you have to do all those 3 things in order to get the toxins physically out. So she's having the best results of anybody we know. And we just look at who's getting results. We don't care how you guys get results, as long as you get results, like whatever and if you see things on our website and you think, hey, I've got something that works better than this, let us know. We will take it down and put the new one up. We really want things that are working for people. We get your feedback from these things, and that's how we choose what to put on the website. It's really you guys. So okay, questions. Let's go to the Q&A. Sue and Heather.
Sure. When did you start the Deanna protocol and how much did it help?
I started in 2016. It helped a lot. It definitely helped. Right now, I still use some things from it, but it did help.
It did help. Okay, great.
Yeah, I think
and so
that
if
was
you could put on your video, that would be a huge help.
And
Go
Tish,
ahead, Heather.
wasn't that the same year that we visited Diana Tadone and her
Yeah,
father?
Tadone.
That was the same
what
year,
we've
right?
noticed is the Deanna protocol is great, and you have to muscle test, use the Coca Pulse test, muscle test, and find out which of these ingredients you know. Generally, the AAKG is a staple. People have had good results with it, and the other ones, again, you have to muscle test or Coca Pulse test.
Yeah, that's true.
Is the AAKG the orange drink? Because the next question's about that.
It's
The
why
orange drink is the leap.
Oh.
That's
So
the
she
leap
says, when you refer
actually.
to the Deanna protocol, I am taking the orange flavored drink 3 times a day. Is there more to the protocol that you were doing, or just a drink called Deanna protocol?
that's a new one. She's taking a new one. Before then, they listed ingredient, and there's something separate. What I did, Amazon. I found all the grades on Amazon. I mixed on all orange drink is new. I don't know anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's new. And so what he did is he got all the ingredients for the Deanna protocols. He searched and found and got the ingredients elsewhere. So didn't use any of the specific Deanna protocol at the time she used the ingredients, but didn't use anything that was actually manufactured by them.
The
AAKG.
Yeah, I'll take it. And GABA, those things I still take.
You're still taking the AAKG and the GABA. Great. Thank you.
Great. And Gabby added a website where you could go and find that information out about the Deanna protocol. She Googled it and she actually put it in the chat.
Great. So is there any kind of certain coconut oil that you take, Freddie, or just an organic or coconut oil?
Cold press organic is the key. And cold press virgin organic. going on.
And I think it's interesting, Freddie takes 6 tablespoons a day and has taken as much as 10. Butch Macklin took 9 tablespoons a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, and 3 at dinner. So understand that this is effective. It can make a huge difference for some people.
And
Doing an
Tish,
oil change, putting in the good
Yeah,
oil,
it's like
taking
doing
out
an
the
oil
bad
change.
and
Yeah,
Tish,
that's kind
have you unmuted Gabby also? She was here to help moderate also. And I didn't know if you had a chance to unmute Gabby.
Oh,
Okay.
fantastic, Gabby.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
you're so right,
Fantastic.
Heather, the oil change. If you keep that in your mind and, you know, it's like oil change is regularly done. Yeah. And keep that in your mind. That's great.
Right. Freddie, what frequencies of the RIF machine have you used, or frequencies of which virus or bacteria have you taken?
But let's I was saying as well. Look, email me or text me. I'll see what I use.
Hi, Freddie. I just wanted to second everybody's comment about your voice. I understood almost your entire presentation, which was not true the last time I heard you talk. So it's awesome to see that and hear that, and also to see you. So I don't know if anybody answered this question at the top. It's probably Tish and Scott probably are going to answer this, but did anyone with familial ALS get better following the 47 steps of healing ALS?
We have had absolutely several people with familial ALS get better. Yes, both the C9 gene, C9 ORF gene, and the SOD1 gene. So absolutely, yes.
So Lisa asked, why does Freddie's mercury level keep going up after he lowers it? Is it because of a displacement process?
And this back rolls and so forth. Eventually it comes back out. You only get so much. I think over period of time, more there it leaches out.
Right. So understand, guys, the body stores mercury in relatively safe places. When you get it out of the body, it comes out in layers. It comes out like it's like peeling an onion, but it comes out, a bunch of it will come out, and then maybe other things will come out, and then it's time for more mercury to come out. During the detox process, you're going to find out you're going to get different things coming out at different times, depending on when the body is finally ready to let those toxins go. So it's a process, getting all the toxins out of your body.
Okay, Freddie, don't get upset with me, but I'm gonna shoot my cannon over your bow. Okay. So basically understand Jet A, when you're out on the tarmac and you're breathing Jet A, there's not just trace amounts of mercury in that. There are doses of mercury in Jet A. I've flown helicopters for years. I've been firing up those turbine engines. And when you take that in, you got to be careful if you're out there on that tarmac. That might be bringing that mercury level back into your system, because remember, you have ALS. Your detox pathways are harder to get that out of your system. And mercury is one of the toughest things to get out of your system. So keep that OSR going, okay? That's the first shot over the bow. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Freddie, do you eat keto?
Oh yeah, highly keto.
Heather, do you want to go?
Yeah, sure. So Marion just mentioned that that make the wheelchair reservation at the time you book your ticket. Otherwise, you can have huge delays in getting someone to take your wheelchair. And should you have to do connections, reconfirm that you have someone to help you to the next place.
Okay, Lisa Bean said that you said 2022 was your best year, but this year that you declined. Do you have any idea what caused a decline in your symptoms this year?
I didn't exercise as much. And one a month was I spent a lot of time in Kansas City. I couldn't really exercise as much. And summer was hot. A lot of hot days I could exercise. I think voice of it because not exercising.
So you think it was mostly the exercise that you didn't do as much?
I really don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Freddie, what things do you have contributed the most to how well you are doing 8 years after your diagnosis?
I think my faith has helped me a lot. The believing I can do it, and being determined to follow the process, trying everything. That's a big factor in my faith and willing to try different things.
Yeah. Faith and willing to try everything. And then just to let you know, that's very common. If you wanted to say the top things, those would be right up there. So great. Thank you.
So Freddie, have you ever done fasting?
And now I fast from 8 in the morning to 8 at night. I've done long fasting. I've done in the past. I've done 48 fasts before. But
48 water fasts.
yeah. But no, yeah, I do have extended fasting, nothing. Only eight days fast.
Am I up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Red light panels are meant to be used with as little clothing on as possible so that the rays hit the skin. Does Freddie use his with his clothes on? I have not been using mine lately because I hate taking all my clothes off to be able to stand in front of it. Okay, I guess the question is just, do you wear clothes or not when you do your red light machine?
I use it at night. I'm on my bed. So when I go to bed at night is when I use red light. And I use metal clothes, but red light does go through clothes. It's not affected much by clothing, but and then I'll sleep with my clothes on. So I'll do it at night.
Okay.
I did hear too that it depends on the type of clothing that you're wearing. So if you're wearing things like cotton, it's a lot more it's better for you than if you were wearing polyester or synthetic clothing. Just a thought.
Okay, next question.
Would it be possible to show the detox slide again at the end?
Yes, I can do that.
All right. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to answer this one. It was already answered in the chat, but just in case anybody's wondering how to join the WhatsApp group, just watch the 4 boot camps and then send an email to healingals@gmail.com and you'll be added so that you can join the WhatsApp group and you can join the Monday advanced supplements with Dr. Cowden. All right.
Okay, and both this screen and the supplement screen will be, thank you, Jim Getka, for taking screenshots. So I just want to just let you know this will be available in the notes. So you go to healingals.org, Sunday recordings, and these slides will be in the notes. Next question.
Okay, next question for Freddie is, where is Sandy's clinic and what is the full name?
Sandy's clinic is in Las Vegas. So just go to, just send an email to healingals@gmail.com and we'll send you the information. And we do that way just because, again, we would like you to manage expectations. There's a little bit of extra information in there. And then
above all, protect Sandy's clinic.
Yeah. Where are the planes? Is that the other question? They're probably all over, right?
Oh,
Yeah. All
Yeah. They're all over. Okay, great. Next.
Okay. Is Sandy's clinic open to a person that is fully dependent on assisted mobility?
Heather, why don't you answer that one?
Yes, she has built a back room that's completely handicap accessible. We have a Hoyer lift. Soon we're going to have the tub back there working that we can use the Hoyer lift in. We've had a couple of people that you do need to bring a caretaker that can, that can help. So, and if you don't, pass it by Sandy first, because she may even make accommodations for you if you can't. We have some people that we help also. So just call, get the email from Tish and call, have someone call for you. And yes. Kristen asked if we could repost the Deanna protocol ingredients, and we didn't post any ingredients. It's something that you can Google. Let me repost what to Google for. And
I
we'll
had
go
just
on.
posted a link to the book because there's a book called the Deanna Protocol, and I'm sure all that information's in the book. Because I looked at the website and it doesn't have like the diet, it just has the drink.
Oh, good. You just posted that?
No, I can post it again.
Yeah, that'd be good, because she just said that she lost her Zoom connection, so she lost the chat.
Yeah, okay, I'll go grab that.
Great. And again, Google it. You can also Google the book on Amazon. It's right there, guys. You can do this.
Right.
So let me just do the next question, since Gabby's doing that book, or we could go to Sue. Why don't we just go to Sue?
Okay. What's the best way to take all that coconut oil?
It's to melt it down. I would say melt it down. You can pour it over your veggies. You can use it as butter instead of butter. I mean, you have to be able to ingest it. You can't, you would melt it down. And if you're using it in a feeding tube, you don't want it to get cool because it solidifies at a cooler temperature. And so you want to keep it at, what is it, 73 and above or 74 and above?
Okay, but let's get Freddie's way that he takes it.
Okay, how do you take it, Freddie?
You can do it in a smoothie and make sure the smoothie is warm. You can't have ice on the cold things smoothie, but you can put it in a smoothie.
Okay, put it in a smoothie. Great answer.
Great.
Next.
How much near infrared light versus pure red light therapy do you use or do you do?
My family has both, and I do 20 minutes each side, twice a day.
Okay, 20 minutes each side, and his has both. So
20 minutes of both twice a day?
yeah, the machine you have has both near and far. Is that correct?
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So Lisa said Freddie travels a lot, and I recall that Eric Edney said that he found his symptoms got worse after he traveled because flying is stressful on the body. Freddie, do you feel that way at all?
I don't stress me, I'm fine.
Right. Everyone is different. And in general, most people do have stress involved in flight.
Exactly.
You get a lot of radiation, and there's also, but also I think Freddie, maybe your body's a little more used to it than most people.
I think
But a lot of pals we have had negative effects from flying too much.
definitely.
Sue?
Okay,
I
I'm
think we
just
switched
going
order,
through.
so if you
Yeah, I'm just going through and seeing where the
Okay.
questions are. Anyone familiar with the TARDBP gene? And if anyone with that gene has gotten better?
Boy, that's the new one, and it's a very small one. But what we've noticed is, and Dr. Bedlock, by the way, has noticed the same things. It doesn't matter what your genetics is. Every single person can reverse ALS. Please stop getting bogged down in genetics. It doesn't matter. You can have the worst genes on the planet and still heal.
Okay. Do you know if you can take MCT oil capsules instead of coconut oil?
I think Dr. Cowden has said that there's not as many short chain
Triglyceride?
fats in the MCT oil as there is. I think coconut oil has a better benefit.
Right.
can
And
probably-
remember, if you're going to take 6 tablespoons a day, it's kind of hard to fit all that in a capsule. That would be a lot of capsules.
Yeah. Linda
I think
Bergman
that-
said she puts the coconut oil on her veggies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
put mine in
Butch
my
Macklin
smoothie.
said that too. He would pour it on his vegetables, part of his salad dressing. I mean, anything he would just put it in his tea or coffee, anything in every place he could put it, he would put it in there.
Use it all the time for everything.
And you
Yeah.
see it also something. So if you can't ingest it for your skin, it will absorb in the system.
Great.
Great.
Another thing that Dr. Caldwell that has been said is that butter, the regular butter, if you're still using butter, has 100 times more pesticides than most fruit and vegetables. That even so butter, if you can cut it out and replace it with coconut oil with everything you do, that would be so good for your health. Just, I mean, the organic butter is better, but butter is a huge source of pesticides.
And Freddie, is coconut oil the only oil you use or you take?
No, I use our certain things, avocado, anything not hot. I use the avocado, but corn oil has a high melting point. Anything you cook, find anything, all cooked off, and then gold avocado oil is good.
Great,
Something-
thank you.
I think we got all the questions, unless you guys see some that we missed.
Well, there was, I think Freddie answered this already, but just to repeat, someone asked if the coconut oil at Costco, they're saying it's organic, virgin, and unrefined, but that's the one you recommend, right?
I use it all the time. Go
Yeah.
to
Yeah, they have a
Very
huge tub of it. Should last you a while, hopefully.
Freddie, thank you so much. And thank you to our moderators. Thank you, Gabby and Sue and Heather. Really appreciate you taking that task on. It's a little bit
Anytime, thank you.
And then Scott, just Freddie, thank you so much. And we just so appreciate you. We appreciate everything you do for Healing ALS. Freddie is also a supporter of Healing ALS, which is gigantic. And we're just so pleased. And again, we're looking forward to Freddie healing the rest of the way. And thank you so much for sharing, because this is a progress. And the people that are doing well are the people that have a great attitude. And boy, Freddie certainly has a great attitude. They're living their life while they're healing ALS, which you have been doing, Freddie, since the beginning.
every day is a good day.
Every day is a good day. Okay, Scott, you're up.
I love these mottos that come out. I mean, like Mark Manchester said, never surrender, Freddie. Every day's a good day. And it's just amazing to hear these come out, and the positivity, despite what anyone's going through, and still being able to stay positive. That's a testament for every one of us. Okay. And that includes our cows helping you heal. So you guys, we love you all. It's fantastic. Thank you, McFinn, for joining in. Is there something that you wanted to say? Can someone unmute McFinn real quick? If there's something that you wanted to say there, because you and Freddie are like buddies during the conference there. I was on stage taking a look at you two together.
I have to say that Freddie is a spiritual being having a physical experience on planet Earth, just like all of us. And the most basic thing that we could do for ourselves is look in the mirror and speak out loud to your spirit and get to know it before you have to get to know it somewhere else, so that you'll be comfortable now as you're going through this huge challenge in your life. So to all of us who are spiritual beings. That's just my belief, but it serves me well. And it makes me go to sleep with a smile. Because I say, I just took off my costume for the day and I'm with you, God. Let's go to sleep. So peace and love and kindness is what we have to share. Let's not be bashful. Thank you.
Thanks, McFinn. I have opened
Thank
up
you,
breakout
McFinn.
rooms. We didn't do breakout rooms the last 2 weeks, so we're gonna do them. It'll probably be short for maybe 45 minutes, half an hour, or even 20 minutes if that's all you can do. And I just created 2 rooms, one east of the Mississippi, one west of the Mississippi. You can join whatever room you want. Just to let you know, I just broke it up into 2 and I had to figure out a way to do it, but feel free to join whichever room you'd like. And if anybody wants just to stay and chat with your fellow pals, feel free to just stay on a little bit longer if you'd like that. And
Yes,
Scott,
and McFinn, if you were
closing-
staying around a little bit longer, that would be great. Also, people that are new that don't know, McFinn was down to 2 fingers of movement only. He could not move anything else. And boy, did he wake his body up mentally and physically, but it was mostly mental. And he woke his body up. So if you're going to stay around for a little Q&A and the breakout rooms, McFinn, that would be wonderful. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, moderators, Sue and Heather and Gabby. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you, James Getka, for taking notes. Freddie, we're so honored to have you. Thank you. Your story is absolutely incredible. You just keep doing what you're doing. Our hearts are there pumping for you, and the love is going out towards you. Stay in there, brother. And like your mottos is fantastic. Every day is a good day. And I love the way you're so thankful and that you give your thanks to God, and everything and every aspect of you is just amazing. So I want to start my goodbyes to everybody. Any last
if you could explain to people how they get on to the breakout rooms as well, Scott, please.
Oh, yes. To go into your breakout rooms, you can go down to the bottom corner of your screen on the right. It may say breakout rooms or it may say more. Click on the more and then click on the breakout rooms. And then you'll see some blue buttons on the right-hand side. Just click on east of the Mississippi or west of the Mississippi, and you can continue your conversations there if you would like. Okay. And you can always switch breakout rooms if there's not enough people in your breakout room. All right, that's the way to get in there. So bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for being here and nice seeing you all. So bye, David. Bye, Susan. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Tondalea and Jonathan. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, David. Bye, Christopher. Bye-bye, the Greer family. Thank you, Don, for chatting in there in the chat there and participating and doing your traveling. I'm so glad you're back home safe. Thank you, Bergman family. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Harry. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye, Harry. Bye. Bye, Linda and Lisa. Bye, Valentina. Thank you. Nice to see you. Bye-bye, David. Bye, Lucindia. Oh, boy. And Harry, there's so many names. And Mary and the Herrera family and Suzanne and the Lozak family and Joseph Chavez. Thank you for being here. Debbie Burns. Thank you, Debbie. Thanks, James. Thank you. Bye-bye, Priscilla. Bye. We'll see you, Anna. Bye-bye.